Practical number 12 is about the PLSQL program using if, then, else, for, while and nested loop. The practical significance: the PLSQL control structure procedural computer programs use the basic control structures. The selection structure tests a condition and then executes a sequence of statements instead of another, depending on whether the condition is true or false. The relevant program outcomes achieved in these experiments are basic knowledge, discipline knowledge, experiments and practice, engineering tools, communication, and lifelong learning. Competency and practical skill. This practical is expect to develop the following skills, that is writing a PLSQL program, saving a PLSQL program, and executing the PLSQL program. Relevant course outcomes: write PLSQL code for a given database. Practical outcomes: write, compile, execute PLSQL program using any RDBMS software. Write PLSQL program using control structures. Relevant affective domain related outcomes are selecting proper programming environment for PLSQL, follow safety measures, and follow ethical practices. Minimum theoretical background required is about the PLSQL control structures. So this we have already covered in a theory session. So you can refer to that video of PLSQL control structures. Procedure: writing a program on a SQL command prompt, executing the program and check the output. This is the minimum requirement to perform an experiment. Precautions: all SQL statements should end with a semicolon. White space used in SQL to describe the blanks and tabs. Follow safety practices. Resources used for this experiments is as given below: the system configuration, Windows 10 and the SQL. Now starting with the PLSQL. So just to check the output, because we are going to display the output like we do in a programming languages. So for that we have to use this command, that is set server output on. So whatever the output is there, it will be displayed on this command prompt. So this is the first, that is writing a loop in a reverse order. So PLSQL block starts with a begin. Declare is the optional part. So begin, for, starting with for loop. So for a, now this is a variable, in reverse 10 to 20. So I'm giving the range, that is 10 to 20. So when I'm considering the reverse, means it will go from 20 up to 10. So if falls in between this range, then you have to loop. Then DBMS output dot put line. So this statement is used to display the output on the SQL prompt. Then value of a. Now this OR operator here, that is we are using to concatenate the two string. So here I am writing in the single quotes. So this value will be displayed as it is, that is the value of a, and concatenate with the actual variable. So this will be displaying the value of a. End loop and end loop. So if the condition is false, it will end loop and then the end the PLSQL block. So after this you will get an output at like this. So value of a 20. So because it is in reverse order, so from 20 it will go up to the 10, and since we are getting the all output here, so it is displaying here as a PLSQL procedure successfully completed. So this program we have written using a for loop in a reverse order. Similarly, again we are writing another program for a while loop. So declare a of type number whose value is assigned as a 10. Then begin while a is less than 20. So my condition is starting from a and your value of a should be less than 20. So if a is less than 20, then loop. Then DBMS output dot put line, the value of a equal to a plus 1. So it will go on adding the value of a by 1 starting from 10 up to the 20. If the condition is false, then end loop and then end the block. So just when you put the enter, you will get as output. So starting value of a is 10. So yes, a is less than 20. So it will loop. So it will go on adding 1. So 11, 12 up. When it comes to 19, yes, 19 is less than 20. So it will loop. It will display the value of 19. Then a plus 1, that is 20. So when it compares to the 20, that is 20 less than 20. So the condition is false, so it will directly go to the end loop, and then your PLSQL procedure is successfully completed. So your program that we have written here, or PLSQL block, was successfully executed. So this program displaying the numbers from a particular value up to some particular value using a while loop. Then we have another one, that is to calculate the factorial. Now using again a while loop, so declare, that is a of type number equal to 6. Another variable, that is a fact, which is of type number, that is equal to 1. Then the begin block, while a is greater than equal to 1, then it will loop. If it is not, then factorial is equal to factor loop. Then what it will do, factorial into value of a and a minus 1. So here we have 6. So it will check whether that 6 is greater than or equal to 1. If yes, then multiply by the fact value and then minus the value 1. Then end loop, and then display the output as a factorial is the value of factorial. So we can see here, starting with the number 6. So 6 is less than 1, sorry, greater than 1, yes. So 6 multiplied by a, so sorry, 6 multiplied by 1. So the value of factorial is 6. Now decrement the value of a, that is 5. So again check, is 5 greater than equal to 1, yes. So 5 into 6, like, and so on. So it becomes like 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So at last, when a value of a is 1, yes, a is greater than equal to 1, yes. Then it will do, then here it will coming and it is saying that a is equal to a minus 1. So it becomes 0. So when I again check, that is 0 greater than equal to 1, then it is false. So it will end the loop and then it will display the factorial. So by the time the value of a is 1, it will calculate. After the a becomes 0, it will stop and the result of the factorial will be displayed. So the factorial of 6 is 720. So your PLSQL procedure has been successfully completed. So these are some practical related questions that you can perform. We have used the same examples like displaying number 1 to 10 in reverse order. We have used 10 to 20. So you can just change the variable values. Then again, finding the factorial of a number 5 using while loop, we have calculated using a 6. So you can just change that value. Now you have to perform some exercise. Write a PLSQL program to accept 3 numbers and display the largest number. Then PLSQL program to display even numbers between 1 to 100. And then there is a code given. So based on this, you have to write certain output. There's another code, and from this again you have to